All right, be honest now. Internet, interactive video gaming, never been something many people would think about when it comes to getting a job. But in finding the perfect employee, more businesses may indeed want to know more about how you slay the evil dragon or when you decided to cross the magical river, such as the matter of neuroscience recruiting. Believe me, it's a lot more serious than that. So put your controllers down for a couple of minutes. Let's welcome to MidPoint the CEO and co-founder of pymetrics. Dr. Frida Polli joins us today. Doctor, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Doctor, let's discuss that, because when people hear that it's a way for everybody to use neuroscience games, I guarantee you the first thing people think about then is just that gaming. But pymetrics is a little more involved in that, correct?
Yeah, they are games that were developed by the scientific community. They're very similar to the types of games that a company called Lumosity would use for brain training purposes. So they're scientifically validated games. They're not Nintendo or Wii.
Are we not trying to find out exactly then how the brain functions under certain ideals, how quickly you make certain cognitive ideas and decisions? Isn't that all part of it?
Yeah, we look at both cognitive and emotional factors. So we look at things like memory, planning, attention, things like that on the cognitive side, and then we look at emotional factors, risk preferences, reward preferences, and other traits like that on the emotional side. So it's a pretty broad-based assessment that we do of people.
Now, it's all about getting the job, and of course, here's a little bit of a mock interview. This shows people how not to get the job. Here we go. Do we have it? There you go. Unfortunately, I don't hear any audio, so it seems as if we might be missing the audio. All right, I tell you what, we're going to bring it back from that. Sorry, doctor, we're having a little problem with the audio there. But let's put it this way. What you're trying to do here is teach people how to get the interview correct with these games, yes?
No, actually, we don't intervene at the stage of the interview. Really, what we're trying to replace as a data point is the resume. So the resume, as you know, is kind of the biggest, where most people get cut from the process, and it's a very unscientific tool. As you know, many people have said before us, Laszlo Bock of Google being sort of the most prominent. And so we're really trying to replace what is essentially a very haphazard way of making a decision, which is looking at somebody's resume, with a more scientific approach to making that first initial decision about someone.
Okay, so then give us an idea, if you will, then of these games themselves. Somebody sits down, they want to use this. What exactly would they face, and an idea of what some of these games would be?
Sure. So just to be clear, all these games are optional. So at no point is a company, at least at this point, using it as a rule out. It's much more to include people that potentially whose resumes are not sort of whose resumes may not flag them as being a good fit. Mm-hmm. So what people would be, so for example, one of the games that we have people play is a series of red and green circles that come on the screen, and it's really easy, and all you have to do is respond to the red circles and not respond to the green ones. And it's a test of attention. It's a very well-known test of attention that get used in many different contexts, and that really just helps people understand themselves in terms of whether they tend to be more versus less attentive to detail, and then how efficiently they process information.
Big thing about this that I saw is this takes away any of the unconscious bias in the hiring process, and that certainly helps make sure that you get matched with the right job.
Exactly. So not only is it a good way of finding out whether you're a good fit for a position or not, but the big thing that we like to emphasize is that unfortunately there's been a lot of evidence coming up of late that the human hiring process is indeed biased by unconscious bias. No one's doing it intentionally, but unfortunately people of different populations, whether it's minorities or women, are disadvantaged, certainly in certain careers, especially sort of more STEM-related careers. And this tool we don't release any technology that shows any kind of bias, so you can be absolutely certain that you will get an unbiased population of candidates using this tool. So it's great. It's really great for companies that are concerned that they may have some unconscious bias and are looking for a way to get more women and diversity candidates into, maybe a technical role or a finance role, some of those industries where you tend to see less diversity.
I've only got about 15 seconds left. Can people go to the website then, and can they try this? Can they try it out, employers as well?
Absolutely. Yes, it's free for anyone. So, and it will only increase your chances of getting fit with the perfect job for you. So you should definitely go ahead and check out the website. And
the website address again, what is the address?
It's www.pymetrics.com.
pymetrics.com. We've already got people here in the office who are trying the jobs. We're going to see if they're perfect for the job here. It's perfect, and it's a great way to find out if you got the right gig as well. Dr. Frida Polli, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. My pleasure. When we come back, let's go around the dial and deal with things like Indiana, Iran, and much more.